Acharji and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to read A Roadside Stand by Robert Frost. This is the 5th chapter of your Flamingo book and the page number is 100. So the poem begins with, the little old house was out with a little new shed in front at the edge of the road where the traffic sped. So this poem is talking about a roadside stand. So first of all, we need to understand what is a roadside stand. जैसे ही हम हाईवे से जाते हैं, गुजर के जाते हैं और कोई भी गांव होता है, उसके पास हमको हाईवे पे छोटे छोटे दुकान मिलेंगे. Those stores are called roadside stand. And Robert Frost is trying to write about those roadside stands. Okay. So one of the most important fact is this is a poem that is written in the period of 1874. Like he was born in 1874 and 1963. This was his lifespan. So it is almost written during the time of 1900s. So you can understand कि उस time का condition क्या था. उस time हमारे अभी जो poets, they can write about any topic. We have that freedom of writing on any topic. But back then it was different, and thinking and writing about something, such a delicate topic, is very different and very beautiful. I guess you all must have read that poem, The Road Not Taken. Okay, so it was also by Robert Frost. So how beautifully he writes poem. So this is another of his poetic geniuses, and this poem is about a roadside stand. The people who are there in the roadside stand and how their life is, how pitiable their life is. He is trying to describe that in this poem. So here are some of the pointers you can check that I have written. This is all about the poem. So the poem begins with, the little old house was with a little new shed. I have started with this line just because to give you an idea, okay, an idea how roadside stand is. A little old house. It was not a big store. जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर्स या फिर रास्ते में दुकान होते हैं, वो तो बहुत बड़े होते हैं. रोडसाइड स्टैंड्स आर ओल्ड, शॉर्ट, एकदम छोटे. In front at the edge of the road where the traffic sped. So the traffic means the cars. Here the traffic is like there are several cars in a highway. वो लोग एक साथ जाते हैं. So he is saying कि in the highway, in those corners where the traffic passes, the cars passes very rapidly. It doesn't even cares of waiting for a second or two and seeing if there are people who are trying to sell some things in their small shabby, it's kind of shabby places. Okay, so in their shabby shops, we don't care about that. A roadside stand that too pathetically pled, it would not be fair to say for a dole of bread, but for some money, the cash whose flows support the flower of the cities from sinking and withering fate. Okay, so here they say कि not just because the roadside stand is pathetically pled, they are pleading pathetically for us to stop and buy something. What they want is just a little city money in their hand. Not only just for bread. Okay, they are not getting bread, that's a different aspect. Obviously, they are not getting that. But that respect. Okay, here you will, further you will understand how corrupted the government is, and they are not providing them with the proper program through which they are not being cheated by the wealthy merchant factory peoples. Okay, they are just going to they are just cheating them, they are just like looting them. but for some money, the cash whose flows support them. Okay, the farmers are there. हाँ, उनको उगाने के लिए पैसे चाहिए, पेड़ से पैसे नहीं आते हैं. Okay, they need money, they need money for growing surpluses. ऐसे नहीं आएंगे. So when we will provide them with the money, then only they will get that, right? क्योंकि हमेशा crops तो अच्छे से नहीं उगते, कभी कभी फेल भी होते हैं. So उनको वो money चाहिए. And please keep this in mind. This is about the 1900s and this is about America. इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के प्लान्स नहीं चलते थे वहाँ पे. ओके, वहाँ के प्लान्स अलग थे और वहाँ का क्लाइमेट भी अलग है, बहुत ज़्यादा अलग है. अमेरिका में ज़्यादा ठंडा है यहाँ से. सो वहाँ पे क्रॉप्स ग्रो करना बहुत टफ होता है एंड ज़्यादा कॉस्टली भी होता है. The polished traffic passed with a mind ahead, or if ever aside a moment, then out of sorts, at having the landscape mirrored with artless paint, or signs that with N turned wrong and S turned wrong. Offered for sale wild berries in wooden carts, or crooked-necked golden squash with silver wards, or beauty rests in the beautiful mountain scene. You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money? This crossly go along. The heart of the scenery wouldn't be my company. So here he is trying to say that this is polished traffic. Okay, the city traffic. They passes without minding about these people, that they exist. They never stop and ask them how they are doing, or like buying something. Leave. You don't need to ask anything. You just can wait. Okay, you just can buy a little thing and that will bring smile in their face. Okay, and trust me, those things are much cheaper than our city things, because बीच में जो टैक्सेस लगते हैं ना इतने सारे, वो उनको मिला के नहीं बोलते हैं. सो उनका और हमारा दोनों का फायदा होता है उससे. बट नहीं, वो गंदा चीज देंगे. जब तक हमारे खाने के ऊपर लेबल नहीं लगता है ना, बड़े बड़े कंपनी, बड़े बड़े व्हाट वुड आई से, लाइक दो सुपर मार्ट्स, उनके हमारे खाने के ऊपर लेबल नहीं लगते, हम तब तक नहीं खाते हैं कि नहीं ये प्योर नहीं है. बट दैट्स द प्योरेस्ट थिंग. वो डायरेक्टली अपने खेत से उठा के लाके हमको दे रहे हैं, बट नहीं, हमको नहीं खाना है वो. But having landscape mirrored with artless paints of sign N turned wrong and S turned wrong. Okay, तो नॉर्थ एंड साउथ जब हाईवे से जाते हैं तब वहाँ पे मार्क्स रहता है ना, हमको वो आर्टलेस नहीं लगता है. हमको वो नहीं लगता है कि वो जो मार्क्स है, वो नहीं लगता है कि वो लैंडस्केप बिगाड़ रहा है. हमको क्या लगता है लैंडस्केप बिगाड़ रहा है? The shops are making the landscape look so bad. पूरा खराब कर रहा है. ठीक है, हाईवे पे जाते वक्त यू विल सी द लैंडस्केप इज सो ब्यूटीफुल, बट दीज शॉप्स आर मेकिंग द लैंडस्केप लुक बैड. they are making the landscape look disgusting. अरे यार, जब ये ही नहीं रहेगा, जब हम ही नहीं रहेंगे, खाना देने वाला नहीं रहेगा, खा ही नहीं पाएंगे, तो देखेंगे कहाँ से लैंडस्केप? And they also have the right to live. Talking about humanity, talking about nature, but if human beings doesn't survive, how can we always praise about nature? Humanity is above all. We need to take care of that. Okay? वरना तो कोई भी नेचुरल डिजास्टर आ रहा है, हम उसे रोकते क्यों है? कि भाई नेचर का है तो होने दो, हम क्यों रोकेंगे? बट हम रोकते हैं ना, because humanity is above all. So here is what he's saying कि they are not doing it just because उनके पास कोई काम नहीं है, like ऐसे ही बहुत टाइम है बैठ जाते हैं और बिगाड़ देते हैं. They are not doing it for that. They are doing it for surviving, for their survival. And we are so mean that एक बार रुक के देखते भी नहीं है. The hurt of the scenery wouldn't be my complaint, so much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. Here, far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to feel in our hand, to try it if it will not make our being expand, and give us the life of the moving pictures promise that the party is power is said to be keeping from us. So here government का direct mention है. Okay, this last line, the party in power means the government party in the power is keeping from us. They are keeping from us all the things, all the facts. These facts we don't know about them. Okay, we don't know how they are surviving. We are only knowing those facts that are there in news. Okay, we are only the newspaper. Back then, I'm not going to say news. We are in newspaper. We are only knowing those facts. और newspaper में restricted होकर ही आएगा. So we are only knowing about those facts. We don't know about how they are surviving, how badly their days are passing. And here he says, I'm not going to complain about the landscape because landscape बिगड़ रहा है, बिगड़ने दो. But कुछ ज़्यादा तो problem नहीं हो रहा है ना. If you can crave roads and the signs of NNS north and south, then obviously a roadside stand is not going to cause you much harm. So here they say that the roadside stand is that they are destroying the landscape. It's not my complaint. My complaint is that their life is terrible. Their life is terrible and we are not even thinking once about them. Not even once. What do they want from us? They don't want our time. They don't want anything from us. They just want some city money in their hand. And free में नहीं मांग रहे हैं, भीख नहीं मांग रहे हैं वो लोग, काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, काम करके कर रहे हैं, भीख मांग के खाना नहीं कर रहे, वो हमें देंगे, ठीक है, वो हमें वो सब्जी वो सब कुछ हमें देंगे, उनके exchange में they are asking for a little money, not so much, okay, just a little money. It is in the news that all these pitiful kin are to be bought out and mercifully gathered in to live in villages next to the theatre and the store, where they won't have the time for themselves anymore, with greedy good doers, beneficent beasts of prey, swarm over their lives enforcing benefits that are circulated to suit them out of their wits. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day, destroy their sleeping at night in ancient way. So here they say like the villagers, the government promises कि नहीं यहाँ पे आपका दुकान खुलवा देंगे, यहाँ पे आपके पैसे का राइट दाम लगा देंगे, ये सब promises करते हैं before election, but after the election overs सारे promises ही रह जाते हैं. Okay, उन promises को फिर से renew करते हैं next year. Okay, so this is how their life is, and the end of the day what happens, वो लोग क्या करते हैं, वो वहीं पे आके खत्म होता है उनका लाइफ, वही रोड साइड स्टैंड में आके. So here the greedy good doers and beneficent beasts of prey is oxymoron. Okay, these are oxymorons and swarm over the us, and so here it is also written, and by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day, destroy their sleeping at night the ancient way. So here they are mentioning those government people. Okay, वो सारा दिन सोते हैं, जब ज़रूरत होता है वो फिक्र नहीं करते हैं और वो सोते ही रहते हैं, ठीक है. और हम क्या करते हैं ना, एंशियंट वे, जैसे पुराने टाइम से, इट्स एक्चुअली अबाउट फ्यूडलिज्म. ओके, कि फ्यूडलिज्म में कैसे वो लोग काम करवाते थे इन लोगों से, ठीक है. एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है ना, फ्यूडल स्ट्रक्चर. सो इन फ्यूडलिज्म कैसे वो लोग वो स्ट्रक्चर कैसे फॉलो होता है कि जो टॉप में रहता है, जो जमींदार रहते हैं. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल दैट आई एम गिविंग यू एग्जांपल ऑफ द जमींदार्स. सो जमींदार किनसे काम करवाते हैं, जो पीजेंट्स हैं. सो हियर दे आर मेंशनिंग कि दे आर द पीजेंट्स एंड जमींदार की तरह गवर्नमेंट उनसे काम ही करवा रही है. एंशिएंट टाइम हमारा क्या हुआ, डेमोक्रेसी आ गई लेकिन बात चेंज नहीं हुआ. दे आर सफरिंग. And this is very same about India. Democracy तो आ गई, इतने plans तो आ गए, but implement नहीं हो रहा है. हम देख पा रहे हैं कि कितने farmers हर दिन suicides कर रहे हैं. So यहाँ पे कुछ इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हो रहा है। जो हो रहा है वो है कि वो एंशियंट जो सिस्टम है वही चल रहा है। जो अमीर हो रहा है वो हो ही रहा है, और जो गरीब हो रहा है वो हो ही रहा है। ओके, एंड द मिडिल क्लास मिडिल में ही अटका हुआ है। Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear. The thought of so much childish longings in vain, the sadness that lurks near the open window there, that waits all day in almost open prayer, for the squeal of brakes, the sound of a stopping car, of all the thousand selfish cars that pass, just want to inquire what a farmer's price are. And one did stop, but only to plough up grass in the yard, using the yard to beg the turnabout, and another to ask the way to where it was bound. So here he sees, this is like a childish longing. Just like in our childhood, we always used to think कि कब पापा आएंगे और उनका जो ब्रेक होगा, that used to drive us crazy कि नहीं पापा आ गए। कार या बाइक या फिर एनी स्कूटर का जो ब्रेक होता है ना, we used to wait for that कि नहीं पापा आ गए, अब हम उठेंगे, हम पढ़ाई वढ़ाई कुछ नहीं करेंगे, अब हम खेलेंगे। ओके, एनी काइंड ऑफ थिंग। और लाइक जस्ट पहले खेल रहे हैं, पापा आएंगे कि नहीं अब हम पढ़ने बैठेंगे। ओके, दोनों टाइप का होता है। सो दिस इज हाउ द थिंग्स आर predicted. Okay, how beautifully he has given that comparison. Just like that, just our childish longing, that person in the roadside stand is also waiting for them. Okay, for waiting for the cars to stop and buy something from them. And even when the cars stop, they will just stop for कि नहीं वो जो गाड़ी का जो व्हील है उसमें कुछ लगा है क्या, वो देखने के लिए उतरेंगे। और नहीं तो उनके पास आके पूछेंगे कि वो आपके पास कोई गैस है क्या, like any other to ask to sell a gallon of gas. They couldn't, they have none, didn't it see? So either they have gas or not, or else जगह पूछने के लिए। वो लोग उन आदमियों के लिए कितने दिन तक, कितने दिनों तक, कितने महीनों से वेट कर रहे हैं कि कोई आके उनसे खरीदे। और हम गाड़ी रोक के क्या उनसे वो चीजें मांग रहे हैं जो उनके पास है ही नहीं। सब्जी लेके बैठा है, उसके पास ऑब्वियसली गैसेस नहीं होंगे, उस टाइम पेट्रोल नहीं गैसेस रखे जाते थे, एंड गैसेस ऑब्वियसली नहीं होंगे। अगर उसके पास गैस खरीदने का पैसा ही होगा इतना सारा, तो क्यों बैठेगा ऐसे। हम वो सोचेंगे नहीं, बस हम लोग जो उनका पेन है उसमें और ज्यादा पेन देने की कोशिश करेंगे। हम उनको एक होप देके वो होप तोड़ देंगे। और भाई जब उतरे ही हो कुछ खरीद लो, नहीं हमको वो नहीं खरीदना है, हमको वो खरीदना है कि नहीं है बिकॉज दे आर वाइल्ड एंड वी डोंट ईट वाइल्ड फूड्स। एंड बैक देन द पीपल हु ओन कार्स दे आर ऑलरेडी सो रिच, सो एटलीस्ट कुछ एक चीज लेने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता है। बट वी आर नेवर गोइंग टू बाय एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द रोड साइड स्टैंड बिकॉज दे आर डर्टी एंड they are not good for us, they are wild, we are not going to have anything from them. No, in country money, the country scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found. Also the voice of the country seemed to complain, I can't help owing the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain, and then next day as I come back in the same, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. So here he is pleading us. Okay, first he says कि in country money there is not that happiness that there is in city money, because yeah, city money scale is higher than the country money and they don't get enough money, and their spirit, their life is not as beautiful as ours. They don't even have the voice that the city people has, and even if they come forward and raise their voice, they are not valued. Okay, government उनको पात्ता ही नहीं देती है। So यही वो बोलते हैं कि I am just waiting for that day when you will come to me and say me कि नहीं, like this is my pain, their pain is my pain. You will come to me and say me that they are happy and they are getting all the things that they deserve. That day come to me and I will be happy, and offer me to put me out gently from my pain, the pain that I'm bearing inside myself. So this is all about this poem, that how beautifully he has dramatized the whole thing, the pain, the fear, and the fact that how government used to do injustices with these people, okay, the bureaucrats, how corrupted they are, and he wasn't afraid to write these facts, okay, and he is bringing out the reality in his poems. That is the most important thing, the reality of the humanity, that you need. He is bringing out the emotions of human life, and the pains of the humanity, pains that the humanity is suffering from. He's bringing out those things and explaining those things to us, and he's pleading, he help me to help them, because their life is pathetic and they want our support. Without our support they can't. No countryside people can ever raise their voice without us, and as city people it's our duty to help us. So this is all in this poem. If there is any kind of doubts or queries, you can ping me down in the comment section. I will try my best to answer all your queries, and here are some important points. I'm just going to read them once for you. The deepest sympathy for human beings, the humanity, that's what I say. It's shown by Robert Frost in all his poems. And the selfish owners drive past. So here this word is very important, that the selfish owners, they drive past, they never wait for them. The selfish owners of the cars, they are very rich but they never. The life of the farmers is miserable. Their life is like moving pictures. Okay, here it is a very important point. Their life is like a moving picture. In a picture there is everything, okay. Suppose there is a picture, you can see the things, okay. There are so many things in a picture, okay. Just like that, they also have a beautiful landscape in the background. They also have food in front of them, but they can't eat. So this is very important thing, okay. This is very important thing. Then dreadful life of villagers and farmers. This is also very important thing. The lives of farmers are very dreadful in the villages, because their voice, they cannot raise their voice. And the comparison between countryside and city. So this is actually the comparison between the countryside and the city. How beautifully he has just compared both the life of the country people and the life of the city people, and how ignorant the city people are about the people residing in the countryside, their condition. They are not even aware that how much they are suffering. So this is all about these poems. As I said earlier, you can ping me down in the comment section your queries, and if you want notes of this chapter, also do let me know in the comment section. Thank you. If you like this video, please do like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you.